got anything left? What the fuck is this? I got one. There's a couple left. I got two more. I got him again. I got him again. I can't miss.
Tell them where you from.
Straight out of Compton, another crazy ass nigga. When bumps I smoke, yo, my rep gets bigger. I'm a bad motherfucker and you know this. But the pussy ass niggas won't show this. But I don't give a fuck, I'ma make my snaps. If not,
Dude, what are you doing? I know you played in the COD 4 lobby before, bro. It's called a teabag, you pasty teabag. Not today, fat boy.
Hey boys, welcome back to the LARPer Raiders Anonymous, where all your LARPing kinks and fantasies can come true, and the ATF can't get any of your doggos from behind that big screen of yours. Let me slip into something a little more comfortable. Welcome back, you LARPaholics. This is LARPer Raiders Anonymous, the channel that was monetized and then instantly demonetized in the same breath, probably because of the content, but mostly because of your guys' strange and autistic comments. So get down in the comment section below. Let me know your biggest LARPing sin to date, and you guys have your work cut out for you. Our last two comments in the last video, one guy said his wife was his biggest LARPing sin, which is totally true. They get in the way of spending money on everything you want to spend your money on, so don't do it. Baby, if you're watching, I love you. And comment number two, some guy said they had panos. F in the chat, don't believe him. So I asked him specifically if he's gone to his local Martin Luther King Boulevard and been harvesting hookers' organs to sell in the black market, and he never responded. I'm taking that as a yes. Anyway, guys, get down in the comment section below. Let me know your biggest LARPing sin, and a challenge for you all. We're now at 3,500 subscribers here on LARPer Raiders Anonymous. That is fucking amazing. We're at like 515 last video. But anyway, I want to get to 5,000. So my financial advisor, AKA my wife, I can justify to her why we can spend money on all this gear and review it, and then maybe I can give it back away to you guys. Do raffles, giveaways, competitions, whatever. So that'd be fucking rad. So like, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell. I'm gonna put my Instagram down below as well too. Let's get this going. Let's get to 5, and then to 10, then 100, maybe even 1,000,000. We'll see where this goes. Anyway, I love you all. Let's get into it. All right, my dudes, topic for today's video. Does a 2011 make you, in a combat scenario, a more effective, capable, and competent shooter over other standard handguns? And when I mean standard, I'm talking Glock 19s in particular, but other striker-fired handguns. And on top of that, if a novice shooter or an amateur shooter or someone that's never shot before, if you put this gun in their hand, do they have increased capabilities than say if you were to put a Glock in that same shooter's hand? So that's the topic for today's video. There are a couple things I need to add to that. All right, guys, there's a few more details I need to add to the topic of today's video. When I say combat handgun, I'm talking about your primary carry gun. This is the only gun that you can carry on your person, either in a concealed carry fashion, or say you're a cop out on foot patrol and you can only carry a pistol with you. You don't have your patrol rifle, you don't have a long gun or an AR in your truck, you don't have a shotgun. This is your only gun you have on your person. And does this only gun you can have on your person, if it was a 2011, does it make you more capable than any other type of handgun you could potentially carry on your person? And when I'm talking about combat in a scenario as a concealed carry permit holder is what I'm thinking of as, you know, some type of mass shooting, some type of terrorist attack inside the United States, which sounds like we're due for any time, unfortunately, with the way things are going at the border. And now, with as of tonight, with Iran and Israel, yo, that's another topic. But anyway, is if there was some type of terrorist attack or mass shooting and you had just this gun on you and say the shooters, either one or more shooters with body armor and long guns, and you're forced to have to get into this fight. You're with your kids, you're with your family, and you're stuck in a music venue, you're stuck in a restaurant in a back corner, there's no escapes, and you had to fight that attacker. Are you more likely and more capable to win with a 2011 or with the Glock 19 in the exact same situation? Do you guys remember the Magpul DVDs from 2008 with Costa and Haley? Yeah, gas it up, go. Dude, perfect. Anyway, guys, a few disclosures today that I want to go over. So I'm basing all of my opinions and experiences today off of my 15 years of shooting seriously and my 12 years of concealed carry. However, I've been shooting since I was 5, so I've been shooting for 30 years, but seriously for about 15 years. And I typically shoot anywhere from about 2,500 to 3,000 rounds a year between pistols and rifles. And I've probably taken, I don't know, 25 to 30 classes, pistol classes, rifle classes, night vision classes, and survival classes. I've never been in law enforcement and I've never been in the military. So full disclosure, this is just personal experience from just some random dude on the internet that's got 15 years of shooting experience. But I'm always open to learning new things and always wanting to learn. So some of you guys out there probably have way more experience than me, been shooting longer, have military and law enforcement experience, have actually been in gunfights. So get down in the comments, give me some feedback, let me know what your thoughts are at the end of the video. That'd be legit. Cool dudes, my dudes. Drills. What do we do? How do we make these comparisons? And how do we come to some sort of conclusion? Well, we ran a Staccato P 2 weekends ago, and then we ran this Prodigy last weekend. We did about 800 rounds on Staccato P, about 550 rounds on this Prodigy, and those drills that we shot, we did each gun 3 times through each drill. So we shot the 2011 3 times, and then we shot the Glock 19 3 times on the same drill, and then compared numbers. And those 3 drills that we ran were a bill drill, and then we ran a throttle control / transition drill. We had a target at 15 yards, target at 10 yards, target at 5 yards. And then we did the Chad, the man, the myth, the legend himself, an Elijah Big Swingin' Dickens drill, 50 yards, 10 rounds. And then we did step it up just to 25 yards and did 10 rounds again. However, my card got corrupt, and of course I have absolutely no Staccato footage. So thank you, SanDisk. Anyway, but I have everything for the Prodigy, so that's what we're gonna head up to the mountains here shortly and what we're gonna review. If you're thinking right now, like, I swear, this sounds familiar, Brass Facts just did a video on this like 2 weeks ago. And I've had this idea for a minute. I'm like, yeah, combat effectiveness, like a 2011, like how much more capable could it make you? And when I had the idea written down on paper, started writing the script, and boom, Brass Facts drops a video. And his is legit, great content. He has an amazing guest on there, the dude that invented the Roland Special, and talks about combat effectiveness with handguns, pretty much in the same scenarios I'm talking about. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you have to watch it. Brass Facts is like top 5, one of my favorite YouTubers. Just knows his shit, does a great job. So thanks, dude. But stay here, watch my video, then go watch Brass Facts video, come back and then talk a bunch of shit about how terrible my video is compared to his. Let's do it. All right, guys, I'll see you on the mountain.
All right, 174. Got 1 out. 183. One out. 167. All right, Prodigy. I did fire a couple rounds through this today, but it was for the intro, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was just fucking blasting into the dirt. So really my first time actually shooting the Prodigy, or 2011. So here we go. .163, definitely faster, but I pulled 3. So let's run that again. It's just getting used to that trigger, and that recoil impulse is definitely different than a Glock. There you go, fucking didn't get the safety all the way off, not used to that. Run it again. .165, and didn't pull any out on that one. .158, and I pulled 1 up top, so definitely faster. It's just different recoil impulse. Something you definitely need to train into, but first time picking up the gun, it definitely tracks faster, and I feel like I'm shooting faster, which I definitely am from never shooting the gun before compared to a Glock. I'm gonna do a throttle control drill now and test out how much I actually suck. First target's at 15 yards, I got 1 at 10, 1 at 5, they're all A zones. I'm gonna run it 3 times with the Glock, tell you my times, run it 3 times again with the Prodigy. Let's go. Ready?
All right.
Ready?
Yes.
Put it brain right now. All right, 4, 4, 7. And I got one miss on the far target. Okay, here we go again. And no misses. One more time.
You're probably gonna have.
Just shut up over there. Pulled one on the 15-yard, and that was in a 3-3-3. Okay, Prodigy. Oh. Again, couldn't find the dot in the window. Not used to that grip angle. That wasn't very good on my part. I pulled one on the 15, I pulled one on the 10, and all three here, but that was a 4.11. So that was my starting shot time. So about equivalent with the Glock on my first time. Okay,
You
so
outran
I
it.
think I bump fired it because I'm not used to 2011 triggers. So, ETF, if you're watching, this has not been converted to a machine gun. I'm just mil-spec mojo. Testing out your mags today, dude. Little Asian man. Okay, so that was clean. That was a 3.62. Definitely getting the impression once I don't use SROs, I use the EPS and the Trijicon RMR. This window, definitely I can find the dot quicker, and it seems to be falling back on target faster than my Glock 19 with a Radiant. So I'm just kind of learning how to grip the gun, but it does seem to be tracking, the dot's coming back in the window quicker, but it doesn't feel like it shoots as flat as a Glock, but the sight's coming back on target quicker. Okay, last round, here we go. Wow, ran that clean. 2.85, so definitely picking up some time. That's the fastest one yet, so fuck yeah. Talks fast, eats ass. That's what I'm channeling right now. It is mil-spec mojo. We're gonna do it. My hat's in sport mode. Let's fucking send it. All right, so 50 yards, 10 rounds, kind of like a Dickens drill, big swinging Dickens. We're gonna see how many hits we can get and under what time. So here we go.
Hit. 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 Hit.
Twelve, 6, 6, and that was 3 hits again.
I think 2 or 3. So one of them I couldn't tell.
Yikes, 2 hits. That is a big failing grade. Big gay. Let's do that again.
Hit. Hit. 2 hits.
2 hits at 50 yards with a red dot. And 1150. And my splits are 115.
How's your red dot with the light?
It's super bloomy. So it is kind of, if you want to turn around and look at the target and just show them where the sun's at. So it is right in my eyes. This is my excuse box. But I mean, still, that's really not very good. So let's try it with the 2011. All right, 2011 Prodigy. Here we go.
Hit. 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 Hit.
Oh.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
Holy
It's at 8 hits, I think.
fucking shit. And my split times went from 1.15 to be confident with the Glock to 0.81, and that was 8 out of 10 hits, and I shaved a second off my previous time. That was a 10:24. So way faster, way more accurate, way consistent. Let's hit it again. Dude, wow. Not the camera, I'm talking to you. Dude, that's
yeah.
nuts.
It's fucking dope, right?
Okay, wow.
Hit. 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 8 again.
And that was in a 9.32 at 50 yards, and my split times are still 0.85. This is my first time doing that. I'm super fucking impressed. All right, guys, here we go. So 8 hits again, I pulled 2, and that was an 8.23 compared to my Glocks. I'll have to go back and post, but like 11.35. My split times are 0.88. So, oh my goodness. If you have your fundamentals down, this gun, just picking it up and using it, immediately increases all of your proficiencies and makes it way easier to track. Also, this SRO has such a bigger window than an RMR. So holy shit, I need to buy an SRO now. Now let's go up to 25 and just see how much fucking ass and gas we can put on this thing and go. Okay, 491. My splits were 0.36. That was 9 out of 10, so much better. I think that was 7 out of 10. Actually, it says I fired 11 shots. I fired 1 extra, and I got 7. 5, 4, 1 with a split of a 0.59. All right, here we go.
I think that was all 10.
It was all 10 and 4.59. Wheels fell off, went too fast. Yeah, it was a 4.69. And I think that I got 6.
I keep losing count.
Okay, let's do one more time.
That was all 10.
4.68, and split times are 0.40, and that was all 10 hits again. I definitely want to slide my wiener right into the grip of this thing multiple times and buy one.
Now that you've seen how absolutely fucking effective a 2011 is, compared to a Glock 19, for me at least, and there's really no comparison in that capacity, there are a few other things that I want to go over, and there's actually 3 things I want to go over when I would consider for any concealed carry handgun, and that's reliability, capacity, and parts availability. So first things first, reliability. 2011s have been known to be reliable, but also it is a 1911 platform, and also have been known in some circumstances, depending on the manufacturer, to be a bit finicky. And my experience with both of the Staccato P and the Prodigy were the same. Both guns were totally clean when we started shooting them. After we got to about the 500 or 600 round mark on the Staccato, we did have 2 malfunctions, and same thing watching BrassFacts video. It seems to be when 1911 style guns or 2011 start getting a little bit dirty, a little bit gummy. We were up in the snow and there was mud up there. I dropped a couple magazines straight in the snow and the mud and jammed it back in there. So once guns start getting a little bit dirty, or these guns in particular, they do start to run into issues. So if you're gonna carry a 2011, you need to have a regular routine maintenance schedule. And even just carrying the gun, you don't go shooting, all that lint, skin, and all that shit that builds up sweat on your gun over time, you do need to clean this gun. It's not like a Glock. You can't just put it in the holster, take it to the range, fire 500, 1,000 rounds, and throw it back in your holster and not clean it again for another 1,000 rounds, which is typically how I treat my Glocks, and it runs flawlessly. So just know if you're carrying a 2011, there is a higher maintenance level than you would on a traditional Glock, but they are reliable if you take care of them. So let's throw the reliability thing out the window. Yes, you have to maintain the gun more, but I mean, look at it. It's sexy. You want to play with it anyway, right? So, all right, capacity. This is pretty much a draw here. Obviously, you can get extensions for Glocks. Glock 19s typically comes with, a 15-round magazine. You can put 17-round magazines in here. You can get ones with extension plates. I have some Trans on here. So these are 22-round magazines that I have, excuse me. So 15-round magazine, I have a +5 extension plate from Taran on here. This is a 20-round magazine that I have for my Glock. And same thing here for the Prodigy. This is a 20-round magazine that I have here. And pretty much for all 2011s, you're gonna get somewhere from 17 to 25 rounds. And on your Glocks as well, your typical Glock 19s or even up to your 17s, you can get anywhere from 15 to 22, 23 rounds in a magazine. So, but there's a cost difference. Typical Glock magazines, they're 40, 50 bucks. The Prodigy magazines actually aren't too bad. They're, $45 to $55. Staccato magazines, you're getting up to the $65, $70, $80, $90 range, just depending on where you buy them from and how hard they are to come across. So there is a difference in the cost, but capacity is about the same, which is extremely important if you're gonna have one gun on you and potentially not have a spare magazine. But I definitely recommend that you carry a spare magazine with any concealed carry gun that you're carrying. And the last but not least is parts availability. This is kind of two-pronged for me. I kind of course, go back to my shit at the fan situation where there's foreign troops invading. But Glocks have parts availability like a mofo. Most of the world uses Glocks. Every country has some Glock issued somewhere. Everyone in America, anyone that owns a gun probably has a Glock. So parts availability is extremely widespread for these guns. And they're super easy to maintain, and you can find parts abundant everywhere. A different story with your 2011s. These are specialized parts, they're typically more expensive, but you can just circumvent that just like you do with your rifles and with your pistols and Glocks. Have extra parts on hand. Have extra striker assemblies, have extra triggers, have extra springs, have extra bolts, carriers, and firing pins for your ARs. Same thing with your 2011s. Just have a spare parts bin, have all the spare parts you need for maintenance for this gun or for fixing anything if you're at the range or having to carry the gun. Just keep it maintained and check your parts frequently, just like you should on any of the other firearms. So yes, there aren't as many parts available like there would be, say, for a Glock, but just order the parts now and have them on hand. Just do the smart thing. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what Uncle Larperator's telling you. Just order the parts. Okay, thank you. So in closing, back to the question. Is this handgun combat effective and capable? Does it increase your capabilities? Yes. Now, is it worth $2,000? I mean, shoot, some of the Nighthawks, you get up there up to $7,000. That's a little extreme. But something like a Staccato, is it worth $3,500? In my opinion, yes, it is. You really can't put a price on life-saving you really can't put a price on life-saving equipment. If you're gonna have one gun to protect your children and your wife and your friends and your family, like, who cares how much it costs if it makes you more effective? If you can now have the competency and the lethality to maybe drop 1-2 dudes, have similar capabilities, not to act an actual long gun, but if someone has a rifle and body armor, but still having the capability to put that guy down, I would say to me, it's definitely worth the money. That said, you can also go buy a Glock for 600 bucks and go buy 2,000 rounds of ammo and just straight fucking mil-spec mojo, talk fast, eat ass, and by the end of like a month or two, and just be ripping with your Glock. But that said, you're ripping with your Glock now, and I come over and hand you a 2011, you will be just that much more effective and competent and have the capability, and you'll impress yourself. You'll start being like, hey, 25 yards, hey, 50 yards, stepping back again, hey, 75 yards, stepping back again, hey, 100 yards, and then noticing your split time start to get smaller and smaller, and your target transitions start to go faster and faster. You just start becoming more capable with this weapon system. In summary, pull out a second mortgage on your house and go get yourself a Nighthawk Sandhawk for $6,500 right now. No, I'm kidding, don't do that. But go spend the $2,000, $2,500, get yourself a used Staccato or even the Springfield Prodigy. Just make sure they work and it's one of the newer ones. And just run this thing and you guys will not regret it. Can't put a price on your life. I have to say thank you It has been so fun over the last 2 weeks watching the reactions to this last video, seeing all the love in the comments and all the feedback. I've had people reaching out to me about being on podcasts. I've already had some companies reach out to me about sending me some slings and night vision mounting stuff, and it's just been so cool. It's been like a dream come true. I just get to play with guns and gear and just have peak autistic gear tardation and just share all this with you guys, and you guys seem to enjoy it. So I just want to say thank you so much. This has been so fun. I really can't wait to see where the channel goes. So hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the content and keep coming back, and I'll keep making it. So with that said, guys, stay ready, stay safe, stay strapped, keep yourself, your communities, and your friends safe. All right, guys, catch you in the next one.